side benches aren't happening, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other. Everybody's putting up their channel points and their polls.
You need to rally behind your boys.
Exactly. Look, you come by and you find who you support, and then you hope they get through the whole entire bracket. That would definitely be Grayson on screen, so plenty of DFW has their pick on screen right now.
You know, golden boy of DFW.
For sure.
The fellow who usually powers up at Regionals Plus, you know. I feel like hasn't had a massive performance at one of the major events.
You mean like this giant breakout like
one of
everyone's
those
talking about Grayson?
Oh shoot, everybody's going to talk about that set that he had.
Yeah.
But everybody knows who he is. He's been around the block. You've heard about Grayson.
Infamous.
But going into this matchup might be a little bit difficult for the DFW Golden Boy. Going up against Zero Suit, piloted by Doorstop of Cincinnati. So if you are Cincinnati native or of the area, maybe rep your boy as well.
Yep. Bengals stand up.
Already starting off pretty hot, narrowly avoiding that nair in the corner. Could have been devastating for Grayson. Oh my goodness, Doorstop already with the gyro setups. Nothing too fancy, but I'll take the 1-2s.
Hey.
All the way up to 100%, barely contested. Yeah, this is what you like to see. Using that Zair, Zero Suit's able to play at a very comfortable range where you can still react to all of Rob's projectiles. And you don't kind of have to get involved in the boxing that is shockingly powerful out of a zoner type character. Like that down tilt, you don't want to get in there.
No, you don't want to deal with the jab. You really don't want to deal with the forward air. And of course, the side B is going to come out eventually, which is another move.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get in his zone.
Oh, man. He's zoning, and then you're in his zone. Oh, man. Well, the zone is now the astral zone.
That is a big boy problem that you have as Rob. I think that down smash covered tech in place and tech in. And who's teching away there to the very corner of the stage? That's just a bad place to be. Doorstop taking big advantage of that, recognizing. Grayson turned things around a little bit, though, from the start of the set. Now has a solid % lead here and trying to catch the flip jump. Zero Suit loves to do that to try to escape any kind of ledge pressure, normally where Rob is pretty strong. And has done so, controlling that Pokeball, but at the cost of quite a bit of %.
Forward air, rare occasion where both hits connect. Big body problems once again.
Against Rob specifically, he's got this debuff where Zero Suit Fair works as a move.
Inherent debuff. Gyro holding down the neutral. Still yet to concede anything. Doorstop finally getting grabbed. The down throw attempt, the up air is good, but the DI is better.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. That last hit of the nair singeing. Doorstop are going to have to find another way to escape the ledge once more, and does manage to use those iframes to get through the nair. Again, Doorstop has taken control of center, and the % doesn't tell the whole story. Zero Suit has quite a few ways to end stocks a little bit early, especially if we're able to connect one of these nairs at the ledge, and now reaching % where I feel like maybe a setup into a down smash could do it as well.
Yeah, you've got to start thinking about that raw back air as well.
A little bit tricksy on the getting back from the ledge, but the up throw, especially platform assisted, is going to put Doorstop on the last stock in this first game.
Grayson sitting at 100, so you're not in the safest realm, and as this edgeguard continues, it only gets more dangerous. Big body as well, that raw back air, the rogue. Oh, he just did it. He just assumed Grayson was not paying attention.
Honestly, at this %, it's kind of okay to take that risk. If you hit it, that's great, and if not, 20%. You know, I've had much worse punishes, you know?
Okay, I agree. I will not hold you.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It doesn't feel good to whiff it, but it's felt worse.
It could have been worse. Hey, back air. Making sure Grayson feels that one. Gyro in his control, but it takes so long to get down, so it's not going to save him. The sour spot of down air.
Yeah, big for Doorstop to not get hit by the sweet spot there. Could have been the end of the game, but now holding on, still at an okay %. You know, this is, Rob has to work a little bit to finish it off.
Was that down tilt out of shield?
Yeah, you know, sometimes you got to do that, impromptu, the snake light, you know?
Right, the low profile. Doorstop has somehow made this comeback, but the % are not extremely favorable, so still very careful, but they're cooking with gas right now.
Right, close teaming on %, but like you mentioned, Rob will appreciate that a little bit more than Zero Suit. She is not a hefty lady. And the back air is what's going to catch that fair coming off the ledge. Grayson holding it down. It's a little bit easier when you get to those later percents for Rob to find a stray hit that'll end up in a KO. With Zero Suit, you really do have to find particular setups, something like the down smash to set up into a smash attack or the up B, or on a read you're able to connect that back air. You know, sometimes you can sling them out, but it's a little bit more of a precise hitbox than Rob's, for example.
Right. Yeah, and the routes that you have to follow usually are very strict. Sometimes percent dependent as well, so you don't get to throw out your kill moves all the time. You get a lot of options, but it's not necessarily going to hit a target every time. Whereas Rob, these big hitboxes, long-lasting projectiles, and space control moves, can just throw them out there and patrol a space.
Now Zersu's not lacking in safe options to throw out in those kind of scenarios, but they're not always as deadly as Rob's, and that's why we saw Grayson come out on top in Game 1. Game 2, slight change of scenery, still the same platform layout, but a little bit more up close and personal. Going to see if that's going to be paying dividends for Doorstop. Right now, playing with a slight deficit on the percent, but with Zero Suit, I feel like these mid percents are the most deadly.
Right.
Could have been
speaking
something
of deadly.
absolutely nasty, but not finding quite what we were looking for. Doorstop just has to settle for another ledge trap here.
Grayson. This is the strength of Doorstop's Zero Suit right now. Now, while the control is in his hands, now we get to see these options getting thrown out from safe pressure, It's crossing up the shield right there, just making sure Grayson doesn't have any answer afterwards. But now we're seeing Doorstop be a little bit more liberal with some of these moves. Percents are climbing, so now Grayson throwing out these hitboxes. It's becoming more dangerous. You better get a kill.
Yeah, and we're still seeing, the safe stuff, the Zairs and the cross-ups in particular. But, you had to box with Rob. Still surviving. Phenomenal DI on Doorstop's end. But that was such a scary spot to be in.
Risking it with the jump on air dodge, and it wasn't even a full, a fast fall air dodge at all. It was just a lazy, real, just floaty one. Doorstop counting their lucky stars. It did not go punished, but would love to get a kill right now. Somehow no grab.
That little baby T-Rex arm did not reach.
He's an extendo robot. It's his job to carry things and move them to, what are we talking about?
And somehow that is the weakness here. Not being able, there was 2 big whiffed grabs for Grayson that could have been stocks so far. Now both players at insane percents catching the drift back. One of the big benefits of that tether grab, but firing right back is Grayson. 1 stock apiece. At a pretty slow pace so far in this game.
Yeah, and this isn't a pace that I think Doorstop can manage to keep up, Especially now that Grayson just nailed the coffin shut.
Yeah, this is now a pick up the pace moment.
Pick up the pace.
You definitely don't want to be rushing it as Doorstop, falling into some of the less than savory options that Rob can start with. But hey, this is a great way to turn things around. If we're able to get something like a nair at the ledge here, connect into a flip kick or find a down smash, there's big opportunity for Doorstop. But flipping into a couple of projectiles on Rob's end, taking collateral. Okay, Fair's once again functioning, good for her. Getting Rob off to the side. And there's a chance still here. Doorstop just has to really weave around this bullet hell that Grayson is implementing.
Yeah, see, some of these combos and these strings look fantastic, and they're definitely doing damage, but they're just not closing out a stock. Whereas Grayson, he can kind of choose whether a move will be defensive or offensive, and it still has great utility. Excuse me?
That was unbelievable.
The coolest things never kill, though, Up smash out of shield immediately will definitely destroy that last stock on Doorstop. Now moving into Game 3, the elements are there. The ingredients are on the table, It's just how you season it. When am I putting it in the pan? And Doorstop's just trying to find that perfect combination, that recipe that will get him to, his first game, and then eventually getting past Grayson. But like I said before, Grayson has the opportunities, and kind of the privilege to make moves offensive and defensive whenever he sees fit. Whereas Doorstop, the responsibility is on him to make moves happen and quickly rather than slowly.
I think the big difference has really been the X factor, because they've both been able to play relatively safe and neutral, but we know that Doorstop has to work a little bit harder than Grayson to those higher percents to make things happen. But at these mid percents, we really haven't seen stuff like this, a ladder to the top, or stuff like the nair in the corner that Grayson's been playing around very well. You know, like a nair into a flip jump to KO a Rob at around 60% would be insane to hit in the matchup. We've seen Grayson hit an arm rotor off the side at 60. We haven't seen Doorstop get the same kind of early KO, and that's been a huge difference maker.
Forward air coming again, forcing control. The gyro there to mess it all up. And I agree. It would be fantastic if Doorstop could get these mid-percent conversions, something real early, but this is probably the hottest lead he's had since. Starting to evaporate, though. We need the kill.
And this is, you know, shades of game one, where Doorstop was firing on all cylinders, just barely not reaching too, and you could see that Doorstop had the right idea.
Yeah, it was literally the right decision.
Just a little bit too stubby, somehow, with the giant plasma whip. Man.
Looking for the jump out of shield. Grayson does not bite. Very intelligently rolls back, tries to reset. The gyro is out. Oh, that down tilt is just so good. Stuffing out what I assume was the up smash.
And there we get the grab. Finally, Doorstop with a solid lead here, but 100% does still have to be very careful with the move selection. As we saw by the raw up smash from Grayson, we know what he's looking for now.
Yeah.
And there it comes.
He wants one thing.
It's disgusting. Yeah.
He finally got it, too. Doorstop probably kicking themselves in the head a little bit, just thinking, oh man, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have. But we've got a little bit of lead. The gyro's in his hand, decides to try and set up gyro. Oh my goodness. It's just so terrible because Doorstop has all this control. One opportunity is Grayson, all Grayson needs, I apologize, one opportunity is all he needs to blow it up. And look at these percent skyrocket now.
Yeah, it really just took one medium-sized opening, and now Grayson's got the lead in the percent. Doorstop struggling again to make it back. That's a down air opportunity. No jump means that even on the sour spot was enough to do it. That's a win-win option for Grayson.
Honestly, yeah. If I hit, then I'm good. Yeah. And if I miss, I'm good.
I'm all right. You know, we're going to be all right. Doorstop with an opportunity still to turn things around, though. Grayson's not sitting at a healthy percent, but trying to make Doorstop similarly looking at an unhealthy percent.
Yeah, at this point, Grayson doesn't even need a well put together kind of string or you know, plan at this point. It's just as long as I'm hitting you, it's good. As long as I get you off stage, it's good.
Right. Any trade, any small amount of percent here, totally fine. Big call by Doorstop to go for the up special. At that point, if that one had whiffed, that was potentially the game. That's a big risk to take, but you got to take those sometimes.
Yeah, I admire Doorstop being, you know, so disciplined in a lot of these situations, but also keeping that chaos element. I will let it rip. Especially in that situation, it was correct since Grayson was going to go look for pressure. Speaking of pressure, Doorstop trying to set up some of his own. The up air, the second one, the third one, but no one's home.
Exactly. Grayson's nair ends up fighting through all of it. Oh, gyro set up into the nair. Pretty solid starter. We've got good percent off of that. Grayson going to have to carefully maneuver, not get down smashed here. Oh, big early up smash, but not really finding anything big off of it. Hold up.
No down smash, not setting up. The back air's patrolling. It wasn't safe. So now Doorstop, although has a lot of options, get back into the neutral, get control of this game. Once again, 125, it's so easy. One tech opportunity could spell the end, unfortunately for Grayson. Sends the opposite way, but I don't think he minds as he closes out the rest of that edge guard with a gyro and a laser and a dream.
Yeah, from that position with no jump, no other way to make it back, it was just